Alrighty, Battle City action and potentially a good matchup on paper, this one. Bakura going up against Weevil in what is their final match. This is match number 2 of 8, King Tiger Wang Hu, which was one of the deck leaders out of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses. As Rock, Paper, Scissors, Shoot is won by Bakura. And he lets you go first. There's final countdown. Alright, so Weevil will basically have 10 turns to win this match. And that's going to be tough against Bakura, although he hasn't drawn a particularly strong hand. He does have Zork there as well, but... Alright, Weevil's first turn is up. Bakura went with the face-down defense in Dark Mimic level 1. There's Verdant Sanctuary. Good card as well. Oh, and Insect Neglect. And Bakura has thrown down Bladefly. Not usually a card you would attack with, but I guess Weevil. Weevil doesn't really have much choice. He has to try and win this, and he has to try and win it very fast. Otherwise, Bakura's final countdown will hit 20 and Weevil will get an instant loss. Okay, I am heading over to comments currently. So, Bakura has just thrown down Dispel and he's got rid of Verdant Sanctuary. That can allow Weevil to pull monsters out of his deck, so probably better to get rid of that. Illusory Gentleman now on the field, 1500, will get over Bladefly. Sotnosen95 said, how would zombies lose to fairies in the first place? Hey, don't underestimate fairies. If you look at old pre-19th century folklore, those things can be absolutely terrifying, which incidentally is why I love them. Well, fairy decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! Are brutally powerful, and isn't there a fairy type in Pokemon now as well, which is also incredibly broken as well? I'm not as familiar with fairy types. I have played Scarlet and Violet a bit, but yes, a fairy type in Pokemon is also very powerful, so I guess Sotnosen95 is right. Don't underestimate fairies. They can rip you apart if they see fit. As final countdown's ticking along, Weevil he's got a defense. He actually managed to get through that turn without losing any monsters. And down goes Flying Kamikiri number 2. And Flying Kamikiri goes for Bakura's face down, which is a Man-Eater Bug. Now, what will Man-Eater Bug go for? Will it... Oh, it's gone for the defense. It's the one that Bakura wouldn't have been able to get rid of. He can get rid of Flying Kamikiri too if he stalemates the attack with Illusory Gentleman. Crimson Maelstrom 573 says, with Elemental Heroes, there's a fusion for every situation. Well, there definitely is. It's what's made Jaden's deck so good so far. Alright, the Portrait Secret in face-down defense, and Bakura going in for an attack on Flying Kamikiri too. Weevil will activate Insect Neglect. And there goes Skullmark Ladybug, or whatever it's called. So Weevil protects Flying Kamikiri too. Courage the Scribe says, I mean, arguably your deck doesn't need to be all that good when you can edit and influence your draws in deck with the Heart of the Cards, and in brackets, an ancient shadow magic from a cursed magical item with the Soul of the Pharaoh. Well, that was for the Yugi and Lumis and Umbra match, and it was a bit of a out there match, that one. Connor Chavez 7984 says, have to vent. Just started watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Again. I am on episode 10 and I can't get over how strict the security are about people losing their star chips and leaving the island immediately. But then you have Tristan and Taya just hanging out and no one says anything. They literally talk to the security as they're tossing people out, and Tristan and Taya, they're not even wearing dueling gloves. Like, they're obviously not meant to be there. Even when they're entering the castle and Chemo's like, oh no, you three don't even have duelist gloves. This is with Bakura, Tristan and Taya when they then Mai hits Chemo with the bag and they all run in. And Pegasus is just like, you know what, I'm rich, I don't care. I can give another 3 bowls of soup and not put eyeballs in them. Which, it is funny in a way, because like Pegasus just does not care that they're there. And yet the security, you know, trying to, I guess, do what he's supposed to, is get these people off the island. And in the end, Pegasus is just like, whatever. I got a 20-bedroom mansion, it's fine. And what do they do in return? They break into his private sanctuary. And then try and accuse Pegasus of wrongdoing. And then Bakura shows up, and in typical Bakura fashion, he likes to make everyone's day a little bit more interesting than what it previously was. And speaking of Bakura, that final countdown is ticking away, and Bakura has a lot of monsters on the field. It's almost impossible for Weevil to win it from here. Alright. Yoranzo, the MVP, if you know, you know. Insect Neglect activates. It will protect an Army Ant token. Portrait Secret goes for the face-down defense, which is a drill bug. And Weevil can still protect. If anything, he probably should have gone for those ant tokens first. Because Weevil will activate Insect Neglect, but it doesn't matter. I mean, it's out of the graveyard now. No monster reborn. It's going to work for Weevil. Oh, then again, he can bring back a Bakura monster, but... Cascade Hairstone says, I had a spellbook deck. It was okay. I actually quite like the spellbook aesthetic for a deck. Sometimes it's not a deck's power that... And Weevil has just thrown down D-Spell, aiming for that face down of Bakura's. And there goes Jade Insect Whistle. I think it's... I think Weevil might have given up. He's got 4 turns to try and get rid of 4 monsters, and it's not looking good for old Weevil. He throws down the Dark Artist. And Yoranzo, the MVP, in for the attack. Weevil won't run out of life points here. He'll take a lot of damage, though. About 4,600 points if my inside my head math has been right. He'll be left with 2,800. Emperor Pikachu 2013 says, way to go, chum. Enjoy your retirement, Tristan. Yes, it's time to retire the Tristan and Mokuba decks from the Duelist Kingdom runs. They're just not serving the purpose. So, but they had a few fun duels here and there. Who would ever forget, again, if you know, you know, in the Duelist Kingdom season that we had, the Mokuba and Panic match. That will go down in folklore as one of the most tragic events ever to happen in the history of this channel. As Flying Kamakiri number 1, or is that 1? Yeah, I think that's number 1, has come to the field. And has just taken out Yoranzo. Oh, Dark Sanctuary. Alright, that just makes it even more impossible for Weevil to win. So, Flying Kamakiri has just been destroyed. That's not a particularly good move from Bakura. And that's why Ultimate Insect level 3 has just come to the field. It's 1,400 and Bakura doesn't have anything to get it off the field. He doesn't even bother with defense mode. He's that confident that he's going to win. Well, I mean, Weevil's only got, what, 3 turns. He's going to upgrade Ultimate Insect level 3 into Ultimate Insect level 5, but it's going to be very, very difficult for Bakura to attack with Dark Sanctuary on the field, and if Weevil fails enough attacks, he'll run out of life points. There's Insect Armor with Laser Cannon. That gets it to 3,000. And, ooh, if he hits this, Bakura will lose a few points, and Weevil does hit it. 2,900 off Bakura. He's down to 2,700. Both players now at 2,700 life points. Is there a twist in this match? Oh, there's Ectoplasma. So Weevil will have to tribute his insect unless he can get another one to the field, and it looks like his hand isn't any good. Let's not forget, Weevil did throw a D-Spell away. He must have just thought he was lost. He really could use that D-Spell right now. Bakura throws away Gurnia. Weevil must have thought he had lost. and was just chucking cards just for the hell of it. And one of them was a D-Spell. He's just removed his ultimate insect level 5. It will technically make it weaker, but it's technically stronger because it will reduce everything by 700. And it is the Armored Bee. I tell you what, if Weevil did not throw that D-Spell, he may have won this match. Well, I mean, he still could win. How has this happened? How is Weevil... There's Dark Spirit of the Silent. It won't really do anything, though. Weevil could potentially win this. I mean, Dark Sanctuary is on the field, which is going to make it basically a 50-50 for each attack, and... Why didn't Dark Sanctuary work? Weevil got the toss wrong, didn't he? Just there? Oh, no, maybe it's meant to be heads for Bakura. So, no, Weevil would have got the toss right. There's Dark Sanctuary again, and this time it does... Okay, this time it does fail for Weevil. So, I'll tell you what, Dark Sanctuary, it would have come in very handy right now. Sorry, D-Spell for Weevil, but he threw it away. There's Ectoplasma. Weevil's going to have to ditch a monster. And what does he go with? He goes with Armored Bee. So 800 off Bakura. He's down, and I mean, it looks like Weevil might be running out of turns. Oh, it's for Chef the Dark Being. That's no good for Bakura. He's still got that one defense and Dark Sanctuary. Weevil is going to be kicking himself for throwing that D-Spell away. And Ectoplasma is going to activate. Bakura, Weevil is down to 150 points. Weevil could win this. He's got a 50-50. Out of all of this, Weevil threw that D-Spell away. It would have been his key to winning, or a guaranteed win. He still could win. How the hell has this happened? From the position Bakura was in, he's now in a losing position. There goes... Okay, he's just put Empress Mantis down. He can't use Ectoplasma. He couldn't do enough damage with it. He's going to have to go for a 50-50 to win here. Bakura didn't make perfect moves in the game. He could have defended a little bit earlier, and Weevil has lost the coin toss. Well, both players could have won and lost the match. Bakura could have put his monsters to defense mode and not flushed about 2,800 life points. Weevil could not have thrown away D-Spell. Bakura didn't need to play Ectoplasma. That match was absolutely insane for all the, I'll say, somewhat wrong reasons, but it made for a damn good show. It was far from a perfect match, but it was fun to watch. And well, the record book would show that Bakura picked up the win. It was one of the most bizarre matches I think I've ever seen. How did Bakura, from the position he was in, go to a completely lost position? That doesn't make any sense. Weevil again has drawn Insect Neglect and Verdant Sanctuary and Bladefly. He drew that on the last turn as well. This time, if Weevil gets D-Spell, he's going to know not to throw the damn thing away. Alright, where was I up to in the comments? Kevin Flaherty 1598 says, not every situation. Remember Bastion's match for the duel for the school episodes? Elemental Hero for every situation. I do not remember that episode, unfortunately. I need to watch GX again. I really do. Steve DES says, enjoy your retirement, Tristan and Mokuba. Though Cyber Commander was his favourite card, I'm surprised he didn't get more of a Cyber deck with cards like Cyber Stain or Cyber Soldier. Cyber Soldier, that's a 5-star normal monster. I think that's why I didn't put that in. Cyber Stein or Cyber Steen, I remember that's got an effect, and it's got something to do with like heavy amounts of damage on life points, but I can't remember exactly what the effect is. But it is a good point, though. But, oh well, Tristan was still a great support character for Joey to play off, so we didn't lose anything with this. Go, chum, go. Yeah, I think it's just for the continuation that Mokuba and Tristan, they just don't serve the same purpose as the other players in the Duelist Kingdom seasons. Moonwolfie says the first match was basically Yugi bricking since he had no way to get through what Loomis and Umbra pulled out. The last 2 matches were Yugi not bricking and being able to get his more powerful cards out. It is very much a thing with Yugi's deck in Battle City and Duelist Kingdom. Yugi can draw a great hand and win almost every time, or he can draw absolute turd and basically get smashed, as Weevil is going for Ultimate Insect level 5 very early. Now watch this come up. I knew that was going to come up. Miss the activation timing. Is that something that the digital version of Yu-Gi-Oh needs to work on? I don't know. Bladefly is flipped up, and 500 point buffer for wind types. Bakura flips up Trap Hole. So Bladefly is destroyed. It will drop the attacks of Weevil's monsters again, and Weevil will get to pick another one. He's gone with Drill Bug. Moonwolfie also says, Tristan, I love him, but his deck is not the best. If we had a better deck that was built around Warriors, Cyber, Commander, and Panther Warrior specifically, he could maybe put up more of a fight. I figured Chum wouldn't have too much trouble with him. Des Koala, another monster whose effect can do some damage when the opponent has more than 2 cards in their hand. I've watched some Yu-Gi-Oh content from Rooksin34. Here we will open Yu-Gi-Oh packs like Metal Raiders, Legend of Blue Eyes, Pharaoh's Servant, and even Retro 1, 2, Quarter Century box. There have been a few times where he and other channel would open packs and then build decks from those pools and duel. I believe Rooksin34 made use of a 3 Raigeki deck during one duel. That's actually not a bad suggestion or series. I could always do that for a series somewhere down the line. Pull. I won't be able to do it with physical cards, but I could simulate it in some way. Because all the cards in booster packs have numbers. So we could pull up a random number generator, have all the numbers available for us, and then, pull random booster packs. Oh, then again, booster packs, they usually only have like the 1 rare card or the 2 rare cards. Isn't there something online that you can do that with? Like just like a simulator, a Yu-Gi-Oh booster pack simulator that you can pull cards from? I'd be surprised if there isn't. Well, we could still find a way to simulate a booster pack draw. Well, they usually have one rare card and one rare card and 1 uncommon, and the rest are common, aren't they? There's 9 per pack. Yeah, that'd be easy enough to simulate. Yeah, we could pull booster packs from Legend of Blue Eyes and make a custom deck. So you need 40 cards for a deck, so 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, so 5 packs. Yeah, that could work. That could be quite a bit of fun, actually. As we see, Dark Sanctuary is flipping coins. Weevil goes with Dark Sanctuary. He goes with an attack again, and Dark Sanctuary again. That's like 4 times, and counting last turn as well. Weevil flips. What the hell? Bro, what is going on with Weevil's luck in this match? It could not happen to anyone better. Weevil's flipping coins like there's no tomorrow. He's lost like 5 coin tosses in a row. 5 50-50s gone against him. And Bakura, now he's played Destiny board. Weevil, well, there we go. He's got removed trap. So he didn't throw this one away. Moonwolfie also says, Miracle Fusion to the rescue to get rid of Ultimate Insect level 5. That was for the Jaden and Weevil match yesterday. Who, if Weevil drew a better hand, could have been a more competitive match. But Jaden's deck is just a bit too quick. And, finally, Weevil breaks through just to activate a Man-Eater bug. After losing 5 coin tosses and pretty much his entire stack of life points, all that just to flip up a Man-Eater bug and lose his best monster. Verdant Sanctuary activates, and Weevil has pulled Insect Queen to his hand, which isn't really that good of a card. Crystalpera6541 says, It would be worth to separate the manga and anime decks of Jaden for separate runs. The anime deck went for more than the normal monster elemental heroes and their fusions, to Neospatians and Neos becoming the signature. In the manga, he used monsters like elemental hero Stratos, Shadow Mist, Woodsman, Ocean, Heat and Lady Heat, and Sparkman to run more of the general fusions, Absolute Zero, Gaia, Great Tornado, Escuridao, the Shining, Inferno, and his signature being elemental hero Terra Firma. I don't even know half of those. Then he adapted the masked heroes into his deck by utilizing Mask Change and Shadow Mist effects. I will be completely honest, I don't know anything of the manga decks. However, it's still a good suggestion. Maybe one day on the channel we'll do like a manga deck. Do manga deck series instead of just like anime series. I would have to research the manga though. Read it as Goblin Zombie was just destroyed. And no applicable cards, so either Bakura's got Gurnia in his hand or Gurnia is at face down. There goes Cocoon of Evolution. Weevil flips a coin again, and this time he's winning the coin tosses now. He got another 1,000 points back from that Skullbug Lady Mark, and now Insect Queen attacked. Now the bad thing about these monster tokens, these insect monster tokens, they go in attack mode. So it is potentially a risk as well for Weevil to have that on the field. There's a Portrait Secret at 1,200. And Weevil not with a lot of life points left. Bakura's deck matches up really well against Weevil. Or should we say Weevil's deck does not match up against Bakura's deck at all. Because if Bakura draws that Fiend Sanctuary and Weevil throws away Dispel like a fool, as we see, Flying Kamakiri number 1 has now come to the field. Now Weevil, he has to attack. He goes for it. Dark Sanctuary will flip again, and oh, Weevil got it. I'll tell you what, Dark Sanctuary, man, it's a broken card. A very broken card. Alright, Dark Sanctuary flips. Oh, 700 off Weevil. If he loses this, he won't run out of life points, but he won't have much. He has to sacrifice something as well. And there goes the weaker monster, 1,400, and Weevil is down to 200 points. Bakura's Dark Sanctuary has been the difference in this one. Jacob Moore, 2817, says, discovered your channel by chance, but love the content. Please keep it up. Appreciate you, Jacob Moore. Welcome to the channel, and hope you enjoy. As Bakura just played Final Countdown. There's a leg hole. Well. Alright, 2,800 now for Insect Queen. So 28 and 1,000 is 38. Plus 1,040. Oh wow, Bakura. Sorry, Weevil. Weevil has exactly 5,500 points of attack on the field. Exactly 5,500 points of attack. Ah, it's over. Well, if Leg Hole was a Dispel, Bakura would have lost that. But Weevil didn't draw Dispel in that one. Or if Weevil got lucky in that one and hit all those attacks, he had exactly 5,500 points of attack on the field. This duel was good. For all the most tragic reasons. But it was fun to watch. Well, the record book will show that Bakura picked up a 2-0 win. And what does he go to? Bakura, with that win, actually goes level with Mako and Arcana. However, Mako and Arcana are playing each other in the last round. So it's going to be between Mako and Arcana to take the top spot. Bakura, he will at least finish second or third. In fact, if Mako wins, Bakura will go third because it will probably be alphabetically. But anyway, good match for Bakura. A win, or a good match. It was fun. It was fun, let's just say that. Thanks everybody for tuning in, wherever you are in the world. Stay safe, and thanks for leaving all the comments. Farewell.